This is a Headgum podcast.
So many segments. Thank the Lord above. Thank the Lord above. But let's start again. Next we have Arnold Schwarzenegger family tree. One-star sex toy reviewee. Feet big salesman, subway letters. Gareth trains to fight a live gorilla. Yeah. Don't drop the omelette. What's that smell? Car stuck in a field or Andrew Garfield. Bathtub confessions. Fight your own dad. There's so many segments. Next we have.
Oh, welcome to a new episode of Next We Have. I'm Gareth Reynolds. I host this show. Okay. Wish I could hear people clap. You guys want to clap or nope?
No. Oh, I'll clap.
One clap is so much worse. Look, this is exciting. We have a great episode as usual. I want to thank everybody for liking the show, for listening to the show, for sharing the show. Continue to do that. It helps us. Comment. Do we want people to comment? Kevin, does that matter?
I like comments.
Comment on the show.
I like the mean ones.
Mute burns, Kevin. Hurry.
We're on the same mic.
Quiet. So whatever you do to up the profile of the show, it's helpful. Everyone has a podcast. It's a nightmare. I have 3. This is ridiculous. What are we even doing?
Also, if you're a journalist and you want to interview Gareth, no matter what your angle is, the answer is yes.
Okay, that's strange. Well, we've got a great show. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to watch some Anesthesia videos gone right, in my opinion, how it's supposed to look. We have a great interview with Christian Navarro, a fantastic actor, and we're gonna see how I feel about Fantastic Four. Will I see it? Will I not? Spoiler: it's one of the two. Anyway, enjoy. I can't remember what the hell I saw which just shows how online culture holes your brain. But I saw an anesthetic video, and it made me just think of my favorite one of all time, which is, it's TV in England is just, it's different, but whatever this, I don't know what the hell this show is, but some Scottish guy, he's hurt himself, and then they throw him on ketamine. And it's just the best. And I think what I love about it so much is that, like, older Scottish people become very demure. You know, they're very much like, no, stop it. Like, look, we can do that, but that's not going to be a prudent decision. And then this guy, you could tell, is like in his shell until ketamine just grabs him by the scruff of his neck and throws him out of it. Why don't you fire it up and let's have a look at it.
Fracture across a few of the bones of your ankle.
Right.
So it might need an operation to fix it. Okay.
Right.
Before the operation,
Stop real quick. It's just the best to hear the Scottish guy like, right. So stoic, right, of course. So I've got a appearance to uphold.
be manipulated back into place.
This
Broken
should
back into
actually
place.
clunk back in fairly quickly.
Right.
You just need a good painkiller.
Right. Cool.
So the one that we actually use now more commonly is ketamine.
Ketamine is a fairly powerful anesthetic drug, and it's quite unique. It works by dissociation, so the patient may be awake.
He's already smiling.
He's smiling. I also love that the doctor can't be like, he's gonna trip his balls off for a minute. Like, the doctor has to just be like, it's common with dissociation and things of that nature. Well, this guy's just, right, of course, okay, ketamine, sounds right.
But not aware of their surroundings, rather than being completely under like some of the other anesthetics.
So think of somewhere nice, generally.
Wittenberg Bay, South Africa.
Wait.
That's where my friends are.
Wait, but that's also that's a crazy thing for a doctor to say before you go in. Think of somewhere nice. And then to have an answer, I'll be thinking of the beach in South Africa. That's where all my friends live.
The answer checks out, too.
Yeah. Nice sunny day. Think of happy times. And
Just nodding.
when you wake up, we'll have this plaster on for you.
Brilliant.
Okay. So he's had some ketamine. It's pretty strong stuff. So he may scream out in pain or do any of this stuff, but he's actually unaware of what's going on. So.
Oh, God. Yee-haw. Oh, yeah. In a tube.
Open your eyes for me.
Oh, wait, pause it real quick.
Feel the burn.
Did he just say inner tube?
I didn't hear that.
I thought he said, I'm a trooper.
I think he said inner tube. I think he's picturing himself going down like the water inside inner tube.
I think you're right.
And very quickly, the amount of ketamine that gets put in, it does seem excessive. I mean, it's like 2 shots worth.
I mean, I don't know. He has a broken ankle.
Okay, play it again.
Oh, yeah. In a tube.
Open your eyes for me.
Inner tube.
I think he says inner tube.
Burn. Good stuff. Right, let's go.
As the team manipulates his ankle back into place, Neil is oblivious. A cast keeps Neil's ankle stable.
I do think this is the doctor's fault because he said picture somewhere pleasant.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so this guy is at like a water park in South Africa or something. So he's just losing his. You don't need that. It's set in settings, so you don't necessarily need that. But this just now he is on a water adventure.
Also, you see the doctor here as he starts to hit these high notes. A great still shot right here.
Yeah.
As he starts to hit these high notes, you see the doctor walk away, clearly to laugh.
Yeah, he's trying to remain a doctor, but there's a Scottishman screaming about an inner tube adventure in a room.
I'm the man. This is good. Yeah! Whoa, baby!
Now,
Go for it! Yeah!
Okay, Neil.
Excellent!
now, hold on. I will say, this, in my experience, is kind of the human that lives in every Scottish person that normally is reserved for alcohol, but they just ketamine it out of this guy on steroids.
Yeah.
Like, the shouting, I'm a man, is just so the ego reveal there. I'm a man. Okay.
Hitting every syllable of excellent, too.
Excellent.
Manages to say it in a way no one has ever said it that way, ever.
Shh. All right, Neil. All right. Woo! I'm a man.
Best skate
You should go
snake
back
line, long roll snake tube ever.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, like.
Long row snake tube.
So what happened was he just went through, like, I've had this on certain things where your vision tunnels.
Yeah.
And so he just was traveling through. I mean, again, not to try to get into the mind of this man, but I think what happened was he just kind of went down a water slide inside of his own head.
Oh, that's
And so the tube is like a snake.
Yeah.
And he's on an inner tube and he's just riding.
He's like in Being John Malkovich. Like when Malkovich goes inside himself.
Yeah. Get on the board.
Get on
So his
board.
reaction was probably slightly atypical, but it was still a positive reaction. But yeah, his is a more interesting reaction so far.
Hi, Neil. Is it Neil Buchanan?
Yeah, I'm suffering. Leave me alone.
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
How rad am I?
No.
I'm gonna start.
I?
I'm gonna start saying, "Yeah, I'm suffering. Leave me alone."
Yeah, I'm suffering. Leave me alone. You know when you got like custom text replies and it's like, "Can I call you later?
Yeah,
I'm in a meeting." One should be like, "I'm suffering. Leave me alone."
The real question is, has that guy sought out ketamine since then?
This is the problem. Drugs are fun. They're fun. And there's nothing better than when a doctor gives you drugs. But getting high like that in a situation where he's taken care of is totally fine. You've seen ketamine now I know many people who have found like relief from their depression or their anxiety. If not through ketamine, through mushrooms, through ayahuasca, through all. I know personally when I took ayahuasca, I mean, it like completely changed my outlook on everything. I felt like it was like if I was an inflated balloon, it took half the air out me, and I just felt like I was going to pop a lot less. And this guy snaps his fucking ankle and then goes to the doctor and then probably walks out of there like, you know what I miss? The snake. I miss inner tubing down the snake. Because these sort of experiences should not be like they are. I mean, I've had the conversation so many times where I'm just like, not a drug, not a drug, not a drug, grows in poop, not a drug, not a drug, got picked off a plant, not a drug. But ketamine, obviously different. But anyway, okay. But what's great about anesthetic or any of these things is like you don't want to be drugged, but if you're going to for pain management, it's really nice to be high as shit. Nice to be in a bed, nice to be high as shit.
Mm-hmm. I got my tonsils taken out as a kid, and when my mom drove me home, I had my head out the window the entire ride with my mouth like, yeah, with my mouth open, and was like, I'm like a dog out here.
And she's like, all right, Kevin. Excellent.
I'm a man.
I'm a man. The cops pull you over. Leave me alone. I'm suffering. So what do we have here, Burns? We have some more.
Yeah, so I just went on a little hunt for other videos where people are taking anesthetics. There's no shortage of them on the internet.
Yeah.
And, I went through a bunch and kind of figured out the ones that I think you'll think are the funniest.
Seems to be a younger girl. You could tell by the robots on the wall.
Where should my hat go?
Do you want a hat to keep from home?
No, it's really ugly.
They took it off because most people don't like it.
Well, they took it and they took my tonsils.
Yeah. That's what you came here for, to give them your tonsils.
I didn't come here for them to take my hat.
What's the matter?
I
know they're going to bring you another one.
I just don't know if I can trust them now.
No.
I was really, really scared. I cried a lot.
So now she's got a surgical hat on. It's just crazy because there's no hat.
This is the hat. She's mad that
is the hat?
Yes, she's like had it on to go into surgery, and she woke up and doesn't have it on anymore, and she's upset that they took it from her.
She's wearing a crown too.
Yeah, she really is. There always seems to be. It's a lot of emotion attached to these. It's the big emotional swings. It kind of remember in The Mask when the bad guy put the mask on, and all of a sudden he wasn't like fun loving anymore. He was like a real piece of shit.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, the mask brings out your inner demon. The anesthetic or these sort of drugs bring out a different like there's something deeply embedded in you that it kind of yanks out. Like with Neil, the ankle guy, he was like a party monster.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this woman is very emotional. Girl. It's sad. It's sad.
It's like inner child.
Well, she'll be okay.
Yeah, right. Inner child. Yeah.
I cried a lot.
It's okay.
She is holding, for context, listeners who aren't watching, she's holding a popsicle in a cup.
Yes.
I hate this hat now. Seriously, I have some business I need to attend to.
You have something to attend to?
Business. And my mom's pissing me off right now bad because she wouldn't give me my phone. And then she said I shouldn't post anything because it could be embarrassing. I said, what's embarrassing about being a warrior, Mom?
You know what's amazing?
Beautiful.
It got posted.
Beautiful. Yes, that's the
so
best
whatever
part.
the phobia of the mother's protection was like, you might do something embarrassing. Meanwhile, she's shouting for a paper thin hat with a popsicle in a cup, talking about how her mother's pissing her off and has betrayed her while she has business to attend to.
Well,
what's embarrassing about being a warrior is such a great response too.
Yes,
amazing,
yes.
Amazing.
Yes, it's the leave me alone, I'm suffering of this video. Okay, that's a great one. Okay, another young woman, I think.
Probably.
You don't want to go to hell.
Miss.
Yes, ma'am.
My stomach be bubbling.
See, I heard that's what you said.
Every time I eat, it bubble, and I gotta go shit. I'm tired of shitting. I will shit every
She is a very respectful
I'm tired
girl.
of shitting.
She never cursed in front of me like
I'm
this.
tired of shitting this. Let me tell you.
Nausea. Zip it.
It's coming.
Wait,
Nausea.
hold on a second.
Nausea.
Her name is Nausea? I mean, what the fuck did you expect when you give anesthetic to her? A nausea might experience nausea.
Not
Zip
now,
it.
though, right?
Okay. I'm sorry, my mind's just going. I got homework. I am a pre-med student.
We know that.
I have to make it. Black excellence.
Oh my lord.
Shut up, girl.
Hell yeah.
I gotta be a doctor.
There's
not many
Can you
of
bring
us.
her back here?
Oh my
Are you
lord.
still passing gas?
I can't. Oh.
Clear out the way.
I'm like the Hulk. Ooh. My
Wow.
asshole burning all night.
I mean, can you now? How the funny versus worth it equation that goes like, if this was me and someone was like, "Can I post it?" I'd be like, fuck you, kid. But no,
Yeah.
if I'm sitting there, like, I'm gonna be shitting. My asshole's burning.
You would say no?
I would say no.
So that's the difference between me and you.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to
You
make
take advantage
comedy
of that.
on different terms, but that's not the sort of. You know what sucks is that honestly, it would probably just help my career. It would be the biggest thing I've ever done, and I'd probably be like, my shows have more people at them because it's just it's funny. It's so much funnier than anything you can write. Being drugged at a doctor and just being like, "Ma'am, I can't stop shitting."
That's your
Ma'am,
mom
I'm
saying
shitting.
she's a very respectable girl.
Yeah, I'm shitting everywhere. Well, it makes you excited for the next time you want to take Anesthetic. And good work on pulling some of those. I thought they were excellent. Woo! And we're brought to you by Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile. You know what doesn't belong in your epic summer plans? Getting burned by your old wireless bill. While you're planning your beach trips or your barbecues or your 3-day weekends, your wireless bill should be the last thing that's holding you back. That's why I've made the switch to Mint Mobile. With plans starting at $15 a month, Mint Mobile gives you premium wireless service on the nation's largest 5G network. I should point out that if you use Mint Mobile, you get to keep your phone number and you get to keep your phone. They're not coming for that, okay? So Mint Mobile rescued me from my old wireless bill. I did make the switch to Mint Mobile. You don't have to worry about those unexpected data overages. So ditch those overpriced wireless plans and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. So this year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get this customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/next. That's mintmobile.com/next. Here's the fast part. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Well, I think I'm starting to think I should probably take Anesthetic at home. Feels like we've jumped to ketamine. We never thought about just doing home anesthetic. Seems more fun to me. I don't know. What do I know? Anyway, you're not going to need any anesthesia. Anesthesia? We've all been struggling with how you pronounce it. But you're not going to need that for this next interview. You're going to want to feel all of it. Because we now talk to Christian Navarro. Well, Christian, thank you for doing this, first of all. I appreciate it. Where are you right now?
I'm in Long Beach, California. It's my day off. My best friend has joined me. We've known each other 15 years or so, but he's lived in St. Louis the last 4 years. So we haven't seen each other, but he's a producer on the show I'm working on, and he's staying with me for the month.
What show is that?
It is called Tales Unrolled. It is an actual play, Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh, it's your Dungeons & Dragons show.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
great. That must be fun. Well, I want to talk to you about a number of things. The first thing is, what age did you start auditioning? Like, when did you want to become an actor, and when did that kind of start for you?
So my parents are both police officers in New York.
Right. In the Bronx.
In the Bronx, yeah. And I didn't want to be a police officer, but I thought I wanted to be in law enforcement or politics or something like that. And I was a studious kid. And so I fast-tracked. I went to a college prep high school called Fordham Prep. And while I was there, I kind of like, I lost a bet to some folks and had to audition for Man of La Mancha as a joke, which is a musical, and ended up getting it. And that was, I was 15, turning 16, and then just kind of like fucking loved being on stage and theater. But my dad taught me, like, if you're going to do anything, you do it 150%. And I kind of used that against him because I was like, well, I want to be an actor. And there's like, you said, don't, you know, if you're going to do it, fucking do it. So that was around 16. I transferred to a performing arts high school. And like 2 weeks after I got there, I auditioned for an episode of Law & Order for a friend who couldn't book.
Well, before we get into the Law & Order stuff, what was it like being raised by two cops? When, like, I was raised by English parents, and I remember starting to realize my parents were different in a way. I don't know, maybe around 7. Like, I realized there was some different. Had to be very strange to start to realize your parents were just different. There was a different, they did a different thing. When did you start to kind of realize that?
Early on, man, because, you know, I like you mentioned, I grew up in the South Bronx. So like all of my contemporaries, the kids my age, they were out playing, you know, they were being hooligans on the block on the corner. And that was just not allowed. I was upstairs reading books. And like my dad made me, every day I'd have to learn 5 new words in the dictionary, shit like that. Like there was always, there was a heavy.
Did you retain those? Did you, I mean, I would imagine you would be like.
A lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, and I love, it sparked a lifelong love of like learning, which is why I love the dollop and pastimes, and I love to learn new things, and that was because my dad made me. So I would say pretty early on, I realized I can't do what other kids do. And then when I was around 12, 13, you're becoming a teenager, it hits you like, shit, my parents put on a bulletproof vest to go to work.
Yeah.
What is that? What is
crazy?
That? Yeah, it's a strange thing. Yeah.
Crazy. It's got to be crazy the way you're sort of like, if they're late or if you've got to, that has to be a very stressful job. My father worked in toys, and I always was, same thing. He went to work every day with a bulletproof vest on. I don't know why, but he worked in wooden trains. Okay. so then you're, it didn't make sense. It still doesn't. Okay. So then 16, you book your first Law & Order. You play Paco Mendoza on Law & Order, which I've watched, A Criminal Intent. The auditioning game in New York is small. I mean, there were a number of shows that shot in New York, but it wasn't like L.A. So you had to be going in for Law & Order pretty regularly.
That was my first audition.
That
was my first audition ever.
Christian. That is I can't tell you, as someone who wanted to be an actor, like your story's like my story, but mine doesn't have the success. That's what I wanted. I went out for the people who made JAG and NCIS. Do you remember the show JAG?
Yeah.
I went out for that show so many times, and the casting director really wanted to book me, and then there was this really meaty role, and I worked really hard on it, and then I got a call back. I went in, I did really well, and then I got a call that I booked it, but I didn't book that part. And they basically offered me the part of the guy who got killed, and they were like, most of the episode is going to be you naked on a gurney. Are you comfortable, like, being naked? And I was like, what the fuck? And I said yes, and then I couldn't do it because I wasn't SAG. And that was as close as I got to my dream. But you booked your first Law & Order Criminal Intent. Did you know how impressive that was at the time when you're on set? Were you really nervous? Because it was a big role. I mean, it was emotional.
There was 2 things that went through my brain. It happened quickly because I transferred to this acting school, and my teacher, a guy named Greg Parenti, his friend was Bonnie Shumovsky, who was the head of this casting office. I think it was called Shumovsky, something like that. I don't remember, but she was the head of it. She'd been trying to cast this role for a month or 2.
Wow.
And it was kind of timing, right? Like they were getting ready to shoot. They hadn't been able to find the guy. He saw me in the first acting class I had with him, and he said, on a whim, you should go in for this. And I was terrified because it was really just a dream then, right? Like just an idea. I'm sure I didn't audition particularly well. it was necessity, and I happened to fit the bill in terms of the character. But on set, it was everyone else was reminding me how cool and precious it was, and the only thing that I was thinking of was, I wonder if this will cool my dad off on, like, he could do this, like the kid can do this.
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to prove. I wanted my dad to see this thing come out and go, oh, he's got a bit of talent, because
Did it work? I mean, first of all, you pee your pants on the show, which is always, I've always wanted to pee my pants on Law and Order. Your pee actually becomes very important to the story.
It does.
The show.
It's integral to the show. Yeah.
It is. It's very important. It's got your DNA. But did that make your dad did that? I mean, that is a big deal. And you're 16. I mean, that is really crazy.
I'll tell you just a brief story before. When I was at that Fordham Prep School, I did Man of La Mancha was the musical, and then in the spring they did a play. And I auditioned for the play, and I was in rehearsals, and I started to talk to my dad about wanting to do this. And I read an email he sent, unbeknownst to him. I don't even know if I've ever told him this story. The person who ran the theater program, he emailed that person, Father O'Malley. Father O'Malley was the guy's name. I went to a Jesuit. Wow. It was a Jesuit school.
That's such a stereotypical. That feels like you're making it up, but I believe you. Yeah. But that's such a stereotypical priest name. Okay.
He was out of central casting, by the way, Father O'Malley.
Right. He just booked it himself.
Yeah, exactly. But in the email, my dad asked him, my son is becoming pretty serious about his intent to pursue this. Do you think he has what it takes? And I swear to you, this fueled me for the next 15 years.
Wow.
Father O'Malley said he will maybe get some bit parts, but he'll never be truly successful.
Wow.
Was the gist of the email, right?
Holy shit.
I remember thinking, well, I was raised by my father to be the kind of person, if you tell me I can't do it, not only am I going to do it, but I'm going to do it better than everybody else. So it lit the right fire under me. And then, my dad, we watched it together, and he looked at me and said, okay, if you're going to do this, then you're going to do it 100%, and I'll support you in it. So
that's crazy. That's first of all, that's a crazy thing, I think, to feel like you're able to assess so astutely, he'll do a couple Law and Orders, but it'll fizzle out.
There was bitterness there for sure, right?
Yeah.
This is a guy who wanted to be an actor probably and didn't want to do it, didn't go the full way.
I think to be in entertainment, you have to have a spite tank to some extent. I have tons of those, not as specific as that, but that, okay, well then, but then you do a second Law and Order. You come back,
this
and
is
that
a couple years later,
that part is seriously dramatic. That's a huge role. In between, did you feel more prepped because it was your second time? And there's a lot of, I mean, it really is it ends with you on a rooftop with a knife to your own throat. Did you feel a little more prepared for that? And then also, when you're in a scene like that, it's very difficult because there are a bunch of people actually working around you a regular job, especially a Law and Order. I mean, there's 30 episodes, 30 different spinoffs.
Well, the machine over there, yeah.
Yeah, how do you kind of lock yourself into the emotions of something like that and pull off a scene like that?
It really is a test. It's like a theater job, right? It's like a theater gig. It's a test of the craft. Because a lot of the mistake is that people think you can just show up and do this shit.
Yeah.
And we've sort of instigated that belief by having, I can wax poetic on this, but having people who aren't trained, who are believable, but not skilled. And so something like that, you got to tune out the noise. You have to know the script. It starts and ends with knowing the script, so that you're free to make the choice and surprise yourself with the thing that you might do that you wouldn't normally do. And that's the interesting shit on film. During that, Mariska Hargitay is just the most gracious. She runs that ship. She is the captain. And she saw me, we'd met 15 years prior. She was filming Law and Order in front of my house around the time that I was interested in doing this. And I came down and I said, what do I need to do? And she said, stick with it, kid. I met Chris Maloney. So for me, it was a full circle moment to go, well, let's see if I can go toe to toe with her. And she came in when we were rehearsing, and she didn't have to. She came in and watched. And I was sort of butting heads with the director because they were trying to direct the scene in one way, and I just knew it wasn't going to work that way for me. And I was saying, just let me cook, let me do my thing. And she saw it, and she went up to the director and she said, let him do his thing. The kid knows what he's doing. And then we played, and she was, I could tell she was excited that she had someone as a guest on who she could play tennis with back and forth. It wasn't by the numbers. We were fucking around and playing in the true sense of the thing, right? So like, it was a fun moment for me to go, okay, you have learned. But when I was dicking around when I did that first one, I didn't know anything. It was after my first acting class, right? So it was just about being believable. Yeah. And I could do that well. This was different, to your credit, what you said, right? This was a different kind of character that I had to root in something. And so I had to test myself. And it worked out well.
Okay, so you're talking about Tales Untold, which is your Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Unrolled,
sorry.
Like dice, like rolling dice. No,
that makes sense. So you've talked a lot about how passionate you are about Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop games in a digital kind of isolated age. And I watched a video where you sort of talked about how it's really helped you kind of with depression. Like you've kind of found a way to reconnect with people, with friends that you've maybe lost touch with, or things like that. At the core of these games, what do you think they do for you as an individual, and what do you think we have lost in society that you kind of find in doing this?
It's a great question. So two-part answer. Individually, it made me fall in love with acting again, and more than that, storytelling. I think we all get into this because we love the idea of the community, of the theater of it, right? Like sitting around and telling story, making each other feel things. When you get into Hollywood, you kind of sometimes that is stripped away, and you're dealing with the superficiality of it. And I found this game at a time where I was struggling with depression for the first time and didn't really have the tools or the language. And I have this quote that hangs over my door in my office, and I think it's a really good synopsis of how you play this game, and it allows you to become something more. It's in telling the story that we learn who we are and maybe see who we might become. And, now it's sort of entering the mainstream, Dungeons and Dragons, these tabletop role-playing games. But for so long, it was people who felt like they were other. They were outside the cool, right? And you come to this place and you kind of strip yourself of all that shit, and you go, well, I want to explore this aspect of my personality. And I want to explore what it means to be a hero, what it means to make choices that go against that desire. And the consequences are all confined to the table, right? So you get to experience and live through that stuff with your friends who are there to support you. And it really helps you go into your life and prepare to be the hero and show up and make bold choices and play, man. Like, I think you are like myself. We're lucky. We get to like explore the child in us a lot. And a lot of us performers didn't get to really do that as children. And so it's essential to keeping our mental health and keeping our vitality and our lust for life is finding that inner child. Playing these games allows you to do that. Storytelling allows you to do that, So it's been a really great boon in my life. And I've watched so many people come out of their shell and dare to be more than what society and life expects you to be or imposes on you. And I'm very lucky to have found it.
That's awesome. I also think it's very true. I think that all the time about what I do, how I, have carved out a very strange little existence for myself, but I am able to do comedy. And I think that the way things are now, it's like people just do not have time for pleasure. That is one thing that in a capitalist oligarchy, or however you want to refer to America, there is no time for pleasure. That does not factor into quarterly profits and all that stuff. And, we really do lose sight of that. I think like that, so much of depression that comes from isolation is just that people are not afforded the time to do things they want to do with people that they like. and it really is just a terrible indicator. Like, I always think that about, like, when you watch TV and it shows, like, the little stock market index in the corner. Like, that should be a happiness register or a health. So, you know what I mean? Like, that is the way you determine a successful society should not just be that stuff. But selfishly, I want to ask you this. What kind of character would I be in Neverwinter? I want the race, the class, everything. What would you assign to me?
So off the top of my head, I would say you're a bard, right? And bards, they use storytelling to access the weave being the realm where magic comes from. So they use storytelling to compose magic. And then they have great effects. So I would say you were bard. I would say I would go human bard. There's all of these magical races, but I think the underplayed race is the human race, because everybody wants to be the elf or the orc.
Nobody wants to go in and be like, I'll be a human.
Yeah,
that's
but think
what
about,
you sat down. I'm okay with being a human bard.
But if you're like thinking, elves live 400 years, right?
Yeah.
So if you're playing
long.
a human,
long.
The fragility of life will impose itself on your choices as that character. Things will mean more to you. An elf can't really appreciate a song that they compose, but a human who spent 20 years writing the fucking song, that song means everything to them, right? So I think a human bard, probably rogue. I think you like subclass. You can at third level you take like a subclass. I think you probably go rogue and you'd hide behind the big guy, get your crossbow, and you're a marksman.
I love it. I love it.
I want to get. I want to get you and Dave to play. I want to get you and Dave to play. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
And that's awesome. What do you think about these people who think that elves at 350 should be euthanized? Are you pro or anti that? That's a big movement.
I think that's a personal choice. Depression is a real problem amongst the elderly elves.
Yeah,
it's
elderly. They call them.
The elderly. Yes.
Yeah,
it's hard for them.
It's interesting. I'm excited to do it. I'll definitely try to get Dave to do it. Nothing would make me happier than to watch Dave Anthony come up with a character and commit to it. And when we play on your show, Tales Unrolled. Well, I have a couple more questions. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm after you did 13 Reasons Why, that obviously that is one of the most watched shows in the history of Netflix. How quickly did you start to feel your life change? Were you prepared for it? And was there a moment where you felt, okay, things are different?
So the first season came out on a Thursday, and Friday, my best friend Jack and I were going to see a Knicks game, I think. And we were waiting for the train in New York City on the subway. And they have these kiosks that now they flash images, right, or videos. Mm-hmm. And I was standing there and I looked and it was my face. And I thought, well, that's fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
Then I shit you not, Gareth, there was like a 55-year-old man who looked homeless. My best friend's like a 6'2", 300-pound rough guy and protective of me. And this guy was making a beeline for me. And my friend got in front of him and was like, whoa, buddy. What are you doing? And the guy said, no, I binge watched the show. And I said, what? That's when I realized the show was different, because we made a show for teenagers to process what it was to be a teenager in high school, and everything that comes with it. But it had that sort of crossover appeal where the book was 10 years old at the time. So people who had read the book in high school maybe were adults. This guy was in his 50s, early 50s, late 50s. He had watched it. And I thought, okay, we might have something here. So
boy, did you.
It was lightning in a bottle for a couple of seasons there, and very proud of it. But nothing I expected. If anyone on the show tells you they expected that, they're lying. I was there. We were just making, the first season was just like a labor of love. It meant a lot. We all went to high school. My sisters were in high school at the time. So it was like, well, let's make something that's true to the high school experience. And I think the success was, they said it was. High schoolers were like, yeah, this shit is happening.
I have one last question for you, and it's probably the most important one. It's one that rings true to me. When you go through your looks, there's a lot of facial hair changes. You do mustaches, you do beards, you do the clean shave. What is your personal philosophy? Do you have a favorite? Are you doing that just to keep people guessing? What are you going for?
Well, boredom is the true answer. I'm bored and I cut my, because my manager and agent and all of that, they like when I have short black hair like this and I'm clean shaven.
Yeah.
They think it's
the mustache is a very,
I look
what
like
you're rocking right
I'm
now.
going to sell you life insurance, you know?
Yeah, no, it is unique. And you've got a nice thick one.
This is cowardice, though. I'll tell you, I had a full beard, and I got a haircut the other day, and I said, "Oh, I'll take it down, but leave something because I don't know." It was cowardice. I didn't want to go full clean shave again because I'm 33. I'll be 34 in a couple months. If I shave, I look significantly younger.
It's amazing that one line of hair can add or take away 15 to 20 years.
It's so true, though, man. Like, I'm sure you know, you have a baby face too. You're a young-looking man.
I keep the beard. Because it started to creep me out. I'm in my 40s, and if I shave, I don't even know what I look like anymore. I don't even look young. I just look like a problem.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, this mustache.
No, see, you're good. You're okay. You're still younger. You could still do it. Like, if you have a mustache now, it's kind of like funny. If I have it, people are like, that guy fucks milk.
Yeah.
Like,
I look like I fucked milk cartons. So
yeah, right. Yeah.
I did show up yesterday. We were shooting 2 episodes of the thing, and they hadn't ever seen, none of the people I was working with had ever seen me there without the scruff, the beard.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed up and they were like, "What's going on?" So nothing. I'm just going through something. Leave me alone.
My character's getting divorced.
Yeah,
My character's deep. I got to pay alimony to an elf.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, where can people listen to the show? Tales Unrolled. I'll be on it. Do you have a preference of where people go for these sort of things?
No, man. Well, we have a Patreon, so of course sign up for the Patreon and support us if you like the show. But it is available on YouTube to stream it. The video content, we have a video component as well. And then everywhere and anywhere you can get podcasts. So all of those places.
Well, I'm threatened that you're entering the podcast world, but I'm also very happy for you. And
thank you, buddy.
Truly can't thank you enough for doing this. I just think your career is so interesting. And you really are such it's strange because I love acting, and then you see people who are better at it and you just go, yeah, this is what you should be doing. So
that makes me feel very good. And anytime, anywhere, brother. You know how much I love your content and what you guys do. Getting to know you a bit. I think you're a great guy too. Dave he's all right.
Dave's an asshole. Dave does fuck milk.
Yeah, Dave does fuck milk and bad, and he's still got his dad's couch. I know he doesn't want to admit it. But he does.
No, chair. It's the fart chair.
Yeah. Oh, the chair. Yeah, the fart chair. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll get you that for your 40th. That'll be what you get. All right, Christian. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
Well, obviously, we all now have a bigger crush on Christian. Okay, so now we are going to learn about Fantastic Four and, where I'm at. Marvel in general. This is just kind of a healthy conversation America needed to have. Kyle Anderson came in to pitch me on it, and here's what happened. So, enjoy. All right, so I am pretty out on the superhero movies. Kyle Anderson is joining me, comedian, Fantastic Four fan, Fantastic man.
Fantastic fan.
Nice. I'm out on all of them. I think I've watched Ant-Man, the first Iron Man, Black Panther, the second Thor in a movie theater because I was on the road with someone.
By the way, isn't it great that you could be like, I don't like these movies. I've only seen 7 of them.
Yeah, because it's like you just find yourself, someone's like, come on. Or honestly, most of them on a plane.
Right.
Most of them, like Ant-Man, I was like, all right, fine. And then I was like, yeah, it's good. By the way, Ant-Man, alt title,
Ant-Man?
Uncle.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Ant-Man.
So you don't like any of them, or you like the ones you have seen?
No, the first Iron Man, really good. Really good.
Right.
And that was when it was kind of starting to, I was like, all right. But then I was just like,
you're like, that was when it was starting to get good. That was the first one.
Here's my issue.
So what you said is, so far, I really like these movies, and they've been good from the start.
No. I haven't watched one in 10 years.
Okay.
Here's my issue. The plot's the same, basically. Everyone.
Okay. So what is the plot to
the plot
a
is
Marvel
basically,
movie?
All right, here's either a normal guy or a normal person,
Like Rocket Raccoon.
Sure. And they are
Bunch of aliens, group of aliens.
Hold on, buddy. Did you write that? Chill. We're just talking. The basic story is a person or an individual or a group are going to try to save the world or the universe from a bad person, and they're going to do it.
Yeah.
That's every one of them.
Right.
Now, there's different specifics throughout. Sometimes you get to see how the person becomes the super person.
I think you're upset with the hero's journey.
Well, maybe I understand it's it is a trope, but it's like every time it's a bad guy and the person there's no stakes for me in a movie where I'm like they'll stop him. They'll stop him. If Marvel made like 3 movies a year where like the main character was killed.
So you've never seen Infinity War?
No. But I guess they killed a bunch. But then they were like, but there's a bunch of other galaxies, so they're okay. It's like, fuck off.
That's not what happened.
Whatever it is.
That's not what happened.
All right. So
you
that's
sound
my
exactly like one of these people who were like, I don't like Lost because they were dead the whole time.
Well, that's so stupid. That is so stupid. I didn't even watch Lost, but I loved watching people watch Lost because guess what they were? Lost. They were like, what the fuck is happening?
All right, look, I got you a little something. I think that this will help in your Marvel fandom.
This is the dumbest thing what do you even call this?
So that is a version of the Infinity Gauntlet, but it was wielded it's got sound effects and lights too. It was wielded by the Hulk.
I feel like a teacher who just took this from a kid.
It was made by Iron Man and wielded by the Hulk. You're really
Wait, it was made by
up.
Iron Man and wielded by the Hulk?
That's why it's big, because to fit on the Hulk's hand.
Oh, so they made Hulk and Iron Man?
No, just the hand.
The amount of jizz that must have gone through shorts in that screening.
There is a big Gareth.
Hulk has Iron Man hand.
There is a big Iron Man made to defeat the Hulk called the Hulk Buster. So that's kind of, I think, what you're getting at.
How do I get his fingers back out?
I think mine might be broken. You just kind of have to push them.
Well, that's not good.
There you go.
Hulk need push. Jesus Christ, Hulk. Okay, so this is cool. I like this.
Yeah.
This is chill.
So here's the thing: is in Infinity War, the bad guy just wins. Like Thanos just bests them. He just wins and kills half of them.
Okay, but then they after the fact.
So then the next movie they're like, "Fuck, we really fucked up," and they do like a time travel.
So they fucked up by doing it.
Well, they fucked up by losing.
Yeah.
So they were like, fuck," and then they went back through time and like grabbed all the Infinity Stones and then took him out.
Okay, sure.
In another movie.
I would rather watch a documentary about whales. I'm genuinely serious.
But documentaries about whales don't have, well, some of them might have Pedro Pascal, but most of them aren't going to have Pedro Pascal, which is what
Leo
Fantastic Four has.
Okay. All right. So, look, we don't agree. You've been talking to me about these fucking movies for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one you just wanted me to go see with you?
Thunderbolts, baby. How did you forget? I've been texting Gareth nonstop. Burns knows this. I've been trying to get Gareth
Which
to go
one is
see
Thunderbolts?
It's... That's an insane question for you to ask at this
No,
point,
it isn't.
Based on...
Here's what's an insane thing for people to be saying. You don't know the latest movie where the people save everything from the bad guy? They have superpowers.
But let me tell you. So what did you hate about the other movies? That everybody's like a good guy and then he gets roped up and shit. Thunderbolts is about a bunch of bad guys that have to come together.
And what, they beat a good guy or they beat a worse guy?
They actually... So, spoilers.
Let me guess. They become good guys through this process, and then they beat the bad guy.
Spoilers.
So they were good guys.
Spoiler
alert. So they fooled you into thinking that they... Yeah, go ahead.
No, they were bad guys that turn into good guys.
That's good guys.
But the movie ends with them hugging their friend, and that's how they beat the bad guy. It's a group hug.
If I honestly... like, literally, if that's what happened, I've seen these movies with people who have been like, that's pretty good. And I'm like, bro, what are you lobotomized? What is happening right now?
But which ones? Because so far you just keep telling me like, I loved Ant-Man.
Thor 2. I said I liked Ant-Man. I said I liked, they made 1,000. I was like,
loved Ant-Man.
No, I didn't. I said I liked Ant-Man. And I said I loved Iron Man.
Okay.
And then after that, I was like, we're still doing this? And then I was like, are we still doing this? I think in the long run, I'm proven right to some extent because people are fatigued on these movies.
No, listen.
And it has like kind of ruined people wanting to watch the movies because
Absolutely.
now everyone's just like, yeah. Everyone's just walking around like, I don't know. Hulk got an Iron Man fist and then that was cool, but I don't know. My wife is leaving me, so I can't keep going to these. It's just dumb. What are we doing?
First of all, if you think the guy with his wife leaving him is stopping watching Marvel movies, you're crazy.
Yeah.
She's finally getting to stop watching the Marvel movies.
Okay. All right.
No, look, there has been a huge fatigue, and it's because, some of them, maybe you're. Come on. You're not gonna tell
I
me
don't
this
hate
is
the
fun?
hand.
Yeah.
The hand's pretty cool. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Look,
But by the way, this will end up in my whale documentary.
yeah, it's
They will
making
just show
whale
a huge
sounds.
pile of junk in the ocean and be like, humans are the worst. Kyle Anderson needed to have a big, dumb Hulk Iron Man hand, and now orcas can't have babies anymore, so they're done.
Do you know how much that was for this bit?
You bought it for this? Oh my God. I don't want to know.
So the asking price was $75, and I talked the guy down to $50.
Talked the guy down. Talked him. He was like, I mean, you get a huge steal here.
I told
my
him
man.
that you were a kid.
Well, in many ways. All right, so keep going. Sorry.
So no, look, they've gone down in popularity, but that's why this summer is very important for Marvel, right? They've had a few missteps. The Red Hulk movie, I can't remember the name of it. It was bad.
Hulk.
It
They're
wasn't
like
good.
Skittles.
Yeah.
It's insane.
We have Cool Ranch Thor.
Yeah, it's nuts.
There's been some missteps. Quantumania, Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania
They pushed Ant-Man.
They pushed him too
They
far.
just-
They made him too little. Eventually, you get a guy too little, and he's not good anymore.
How about Ant Farm?
It's like Animal Farm, but with
it's a
Marvel
bunch of them.
heroes.
It's a bunch of Paul Rudds. Paul, can you shoot for 4 years?
Do you think Ant-Man would have been better or worse if Paul Rudd played every character like Eddie Murphy?
I'd be more inclined to be like, I'll keep watching this. I'll at least go to 2. I didn't go to 2.
So, okay, look. This is an important summer because for DC, Superman needs to be amazing.
Yeah.
And for Marvel,
Superman
Fantastic
seems to be
Four,
doing very well.
It's doing very well.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four has to be amazing for Marvel to really try and get people into this like next phase, right?
What is the next phase? You mean just like the next generation of these movies that are basically the same?
Yeah, so basically they were building to a Kang situation.
A Kang situation?
Don't worry about it. All you need to know is that the actor who's going to play Kang got canceled.
Canceled?
He got canceled. Jesus Christ. Jonathan Majors got canceled.
Okay.
And so they the only movie he was in was Quantumania, and people didn't like it, and he
Okay.
got canceled. So they were pretty much like, all right, he's not going to do this anymore. Instead, the new big bad guy is going to be Doctor Doom, who's going to be played by... You don't know who plays Doctor Doom?
No.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's crazy to you guys.
He's Iron Man.
Yeah, I
He's
remember.
literally the main character
He's also
of the
an actor
universe. Right.
who does
but
parts.
But that's like being like, well, why can't Leo play like him and also the boat in Titanic?
It's very different, but okay.
So we all know, like the fandom knows that because they made this big Doctor Doom thing, they're pushing towards this. So Fantastic Four kind of has to be great because of how tied into Fantastic Four Doctor Doom is.
Okay. Which leads us to this segment, which
Right.
is you're going to convince me to see Fantastic Four.
Well, Fantastic Four, like I said, it's an important movie, which is why Marvel has really been rolling out the blue carpet.
Okay.
For Fantastic Four, and I thought I'd bring you a really good representation
What is this?
of
This is
some
a
of this. This is
blue
the
milk?
the limited
Fantastic
edition
Four milk?
Fantastic Four blue milk.
Oh my god. Like cows must just be like, what are we doing?
This was so hard
Please
to
stop.
find, Gareth.
This was hard to find?
This was so hard to find.
This is crazy.
So-
We are so dumb. Oh, honey. What's the milk went bad? It's Fantastic Four milk. All right. Whoo! I think everything's gonna be okay. Hey, you see the Grand Canyon's on fire? Can't hear you, hon. I'm enjoying some blue milk in the man cave. Okay, so there you go, blue milk. Not sold.
You're gonna have a glass though, right?
No, I'm not.
You're not gonna have a glass.
I can't. I honestly, I would if I were not on
a sip.
on a cleanse. I
Have
can't.
a sip.
I can't. I'm on.
You can have. Show me where in the
I'm on a
cleanse
cleanse
rules
for ayahuasca. I can't have it.
You
I
can have one
The last
sip.
thing I could do when I go to my ceremony is barf up blue milk and be like, I cheated on the diet.
A little sip
No.
of blue milk.
Oh my
just
God, I'll
to
take a
taste
shot.
it.
Jesus Christ.
Because
it's already open. Explain this to me. Why is it already open?
Okay.
Why
So,
is it open?
You remember
Kyle?
when I said it was really hard to find?
So you couldn't wait? What did you think I'm going to drink it all? You could surely just have a little.
No. So
I'm going to take a baby sip.
So this was really hard to find.
Milk.
This was really hard to find because there's a real Fantastic Four blue milk. I couldn't find it. So what I found was normal milk that has, for some reason, a picture of the thing on it.
And then you just dyed it blue?
And then I got the biggest thing of blue food coloring.
Jesus Christ.
And in my apartment, I mixed you homemade Fantastic Four blue
I don't know
milk.
why it just got a lot worse. But finding out that that's what you did I'm troubled by it.
When your review was, it's just milk, I was like, we fucking nailed it.
Yeah, it's just
we crushed it in the lab.
There's people, the scientists are high-fiving.
It's like NASA.
Yeah.
We're all like in a room. We're taking off headsets.
We got him, boys.
He landed. We're
we
good.
got him, boys. Okay, I'm not in.
So here's why I think you'll fuck with the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
As a concept, is the Fantastic Four. I know you hate having a boss.
Sure.
And the Fantastic Four was born out of a dude hating his fucking boss.
Okay.
So Stan Lee, basically, he was working at, it was in Marvel Comics, yeah, it was called Atlas Comics. And he had this boss, Marvin Goodman, who basically, like, after World War II, superhero stories weren't popular.
What a
And
time. Okay.
well, it's when, like, cowboy comics were really big, and, like, specifically cowboy romance comics
Okay.
were really big. So, like, imagine that.
Yeah. it's not
Imagine if
great
all
either.
those got
I mean, I
adapted
guess at
instead.
that point, you're like, this man can fly?
Yeah. Woo! Imagine we're sitting here and you're like, I just hate these movies, dude. Every movie, a guy buys a horse.
Jesus Christ,
He
crazy.
falls in love with a
Buys
lady.
a horse, falls in love with a lady, then he has to leave, but then he stays. I can't.
And I'd be like,
That's
that's
not
why Atlas movies are good.
That's not my job. I couldn't quit. Okay. All right. So his boss.
So his boss basically, Justice League started getting huge for DC, and his boss was like, all right, we need a superhero team. Stan, you need to make our own superhero team. And Stan Lee heard this and said, I fucking hate that shit. I think I'm going to quit. And his wife was like, well, if you're going to quit anyway, why don't you say you're going to write a superhero movie, like superhero story, and then write the kind of shit you want to write, which is like about like a dysfunctional family is like the thing you wanted to make.
The Clarksons.
Right. And so they're like, okay, like if I'm going to get fired anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to quit. I might as well just do this and get fired. And then I'll have a book that I like. So he did that, created the Fantastic Four, and then it was a fucking huge hit because instead of being like straight-laced, like, we stand for truth and justice in the American way, you had like Johnny being like, save the supermodels, they're hot. Like,
So they're just a dysfunctional family.
they're a dysfunctional family that truly loves each other, and they're sort of, you know, like, the reason Reed is great is because
Who's Reed? You're
so Reed
shorthanded.
Richard is Mr. Fantastic.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Who I like.
And he's fantastic because he's not only like, you know, he has these stretchy powers, but
Stretchy powers meaning his arms and legs bend and stretchy.
he can stretch everywhere. He's
Sure.
also,
And by the way, as an actor, couldn't be more true. The versatility on this guy. He is stretching his. I mean, good Lord, the spectrum. Go ahead. Sorry, but
so
I'm
he's
a fan.
he's the smartest man in the world, pretty much in Marvel.
Okay.
And he feels an insane amount of guilt because in one of his most arrogant moments, he's why the Fantastic Four ended up in space. They get hit
They're
with
in
the cosmic
space.
rays. Yeah, they get hit with cosmic rays.
I don't know
in space.
anything.
Okay, they get hit with cosmic rays in space, and they each get like, their bodies each get like, kind of like fucking
Right.
mutilated.
They each get something. What are their
Right.
powers?
So he has stretchy powers,
Okay.
Mr. Fantastic. His wife, Sue Storm, is the Invisible Woman. She can go invisible, make force fields, but she's like really fucking powerful.
Right. By the way, Sue Storm, something Trump's trying to do.
Can we take the
We're taking hurricanes to court. Okay.
Johnny Storm is her little brother that she basically raised.
Sure.
And he gets the powers of the Human Torch. He can like set himself
torch
on fire.
Guy. I remember
Right.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire guy.
And then you have Ben Grimm, which was Reed's like best friend from college.
Rockman.
And he becomes Rockman, the Thing.
Right.
And so Reed feels a lot of guilt.
What about the baby?
They have the baby later. The baby basically has like reality altering powers because it was like born in a womb that was like fucked with cosmic rays.
It's like Twitter.
What?
Oh, never mind. Nothing, Kyle. Nothing. Okay. All right. I'm listening.
Yeah. So like I said, the reason that they're fucking fantastic is that they're a family and they've always been sort of an exploring story, right? Like it was always sort of like what Stanley wanted to make was like a dysfunctional group of like explorers. And by them being what in my opinion is true humanity, it's humans who have real connections and love each other and care about each other. And they go out to the ends of the universe and they basically solve problems and spread the message of this is what humanity looks like. This is what love looks like. We're the fucking Fantastic Four.
I would like it if there hadn't been so many goddamn superhero movies. There have been so many goddamn superhero movies.
But you haven't seen one in 10 years, so it's fresh.
Same
to you.
shit. This one's on a different
Yeah, this one
Earth.
is on a
I love how
different
Burns thinks
Earth.
that's going to say.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that. I thought that Burns
So what's
mentioned that
on
like
that
it
Earth,
was a
Burns?
selling point, and this is kind of
Get on Mike Burns. What's on this Earth?
I don't know. Just the Fantastic Four. There's no other superheroes on this one.
It's
So
also
just them on a regular
it's sort
Earth.
of
None of the
a,
other-
no,
You
it's
know,
a-
if there was an Earth that didn't have these movies, that'd be a good Earth.
That's that Earth.
well,
That's the Earth I want to go to then.
Then if you go see this movie, it would be like taking a trip there.
Nah, then I'm seeing a movie about this stuff. Nice try, asshole.
it's like a retro futuristic 60s.
Okay, I like that. Give me, like, you know, in debates where they give the candidate like 30 seconds to bottom line their campaign.
Yeah.
I'm listening, but give me a bottom line of why I should see this movie.
I think
And
you should.
I'll give you three options.
Mhm.
I'm either going to see it in the theater, I'm not going to see it at all, or I'll watch it on a plane.
Okay. I don't think that you should see Fantastic Four.
I'll show you his butt.
We got him, baby. I know Gareth Reynolds.
I'm going tonight. Is it out?
Don't fucking see
I'm
it.
waiting.
Don't see it, dude.
I'm waiting.
Dude.
I'll do what I want.
That's weak as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Hulk milk. Hulk milk. Kyle, where can people find you and follow you? And
You
all
can
that
find me, our YouTube. Just check out Breaking Stories with Kyle and Zio on YouTube. We do documentary shorts. They're really fun. Check
You've
them out.
also got great documentaries on your YouTube that I've promoted pretty heavily. So go check out.
We do some crazy stuff.
I can't remember who he is, but someone's a problem. Go check him
Brian
out.
Callen.
Nope. Yeah, friend of the show. All right. Thank you.
So many segments. Thank the Lord above. Thank the Lord above. But let's start again.
That was a Headgum podcast.